later. Hooah!
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
When I got those letters from IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to ultimate tax relief. The leading tax litigation firm, incorporated by the Better Businessman, they rebought $1 billion for their clients.
Yeah, baby, sorry. Shelly, I'm in New Jersey. But yeah, that's how we finish. I'm in a coffee break now. Ay, ay, ay. In New Jersey, 5-10 minutes coffee break, then I continue to Manhattan. Hooah, 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 hooah. Sound like Mexican music, huh?
On a ventilator. That's how sick he got. And that's why I believe he was serious about getting us back to health. But this is the greatest country in the world, regardless of who the president is. But don't tell that to Mark Cuban, Mr. Shark, whether Shark Tank or whatever. He stopped playing the national anthem before each basketball game, but the NBA knocked it down. They said, guess what, dude? You're playing the national anthem. And whether you like it or not, this is what it's about. And people say to me, well, you know, when you go to work, they don't play the national anthem. Well, I know that, but when you go to a sporting event, it is almost patriotic because you're going there to support your home team, right? New York, the Bronx. I was at Yankee Stadium earlier for a hit for Curtis Lewa's show to see the vaccination centers. So yes, I'm proud to be an American, and when I go out to these games, I want to show my pride. And that's what it's about, right? That's to put America first. I think if we start doing that, putting America first, focusing on that, freedom and justice for all, like my friend and former colleague Siwa Chang said, I think we can build from there. This is Lydia Serrane, the Rundown with Lydia. Happy birthday again to my daughter Julia. You can follow me on social media everywhere, Lydia News. Resist panic, do not demonize, care for the sick, pray, and trust that God is with you. John Cassidy's up next.
Beacon of Freedom. 101 WLIR-FM Oakland Bay and 77 WABC New York.
It's the defense's turn for Lisa Brady, Fox News. Back-to-back days of emotional arguments and graphic video wrapping up in the Senate trial of the former president. Fox's Jared Halpern is following it live.
Gabriel, hello, Dubai. Shelly, Shine, Lamborghini.
For the facts presented. Why did President Trump do nothing to stop the attack for at least 2 hours after the attack began? Democrats argued rioters breached the Capitol, believing they were acting on the president's orders with slogans like "Stop the Steal" and "Fight like hell." Trump's defense team begins presenting its case Friday, expected to challenge the arguing the House drew no link between the rioters and the former president. Lisa.
Thanks, Jared. More vaccine is coming. President Biden just confirming this. Fox's Gernal Scott has this live.
Lisa, the president is moving toward his 100-day goal with more vaccine in hand. During a tour of the National Institutes of Health, President Biden says the conversation is shifting from an uncertain stockpile and an ambitious promise. 100 million shots from people gone. Everybody said, oh, you can't do it. Now I'm getting, why can't you get more? Now we're getting a lot more. The president announcing moments ago 100 million more doses of both the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines and the faster delivery of even more by May. Lisa.
Thanks, Gernal. In fact, the president says the country's on track to have enough vaccine for 300 million doses by the end of July. And he's reiterating that the end goal is beating COVID-19. Tomorrow, the CDC's guidelines for reopening schools expected out. Even as schools and teachers in some areas had a tug of war over plans. America's listening to Fox News.
What can help you take advantage of today's low mortgage rates and save money? Rocket can. You could save hundreds of dollars every month by refinancing with Rocket Mortgage at today's near historic low rates. If your current rate is over 4%, with today's low rates, you could lower your payment by over $150 a month, saving thousands in interest every year. With a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage, you could consolidate and pay off high-interest debt, tackle home improvements that could add value to your home, or even set aside cash for your child's future education. We've already helped over 1 million clients just like you reach their home financing goals this year alone. So remember this. What can give you the technology to refinance easily and save money? Rocket can. Call us today at 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Now the latest from 77 WABC and WABCRadio.com. I'm Bob Brown.
No, this is New Jersey. I'm in New Jersey now, on the way to Manhattan soon. On the way to New York.
24/7 subway service.
Stop for coffee break.
Shutdowns are hurting workers. But Pat Boyd, the MTA chairman, says overnight service won't come back
Take it easy,
until
take it
Governor
easy.
Cuomo
Patient,
declares the
patient.
COVID pandemic over and lifts New York state of emergency. Subways have been closed from 1 to 5 a.m.
Pay.
I'm Sarah Lee Kessler for 77 WABC News.
Attention spring breakers making plans to head to Florida. Broward Mayor Steve Geller is preparing paperwork to enact a temporary limited curfew for spring break, so the county is ready to react should bars and restaurants ignore mask and social distancing mandate if we find widespread disobedience during spring break. we will simply enact it immediately.
Emmy Award-winning journalist and veteran NBC New York reporter Catherine Craig has died. She passed away suddenly last night.
Patient is the key.
Reported. In fact, Craig was working as recently as yesterday morning. She joined NBC New York in 2011 and became a familiar face on Today in New York as well as in the Midland newscast.
Thank you, Shelley.
She survived
Putting a light on my schmuck.
and her 3 children, a son and 2 daughters. Islanders hosting the Penguins tonight. WEC News Time at 5:05. Traffic and transit on the way. Now you forecast the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center tonight. Partly cloudy, cold, low 19. Friday. 32
On to the next one.
8:30 in Young. WEC News Desk. I'm Bob. Traffic and transit. There's an accident on the FDR Drive. Bridge northbound FDR Drive moving slowly from the 30s right up to the Triborough, and then the Harlem River Drive heavy from the 130s up to the GW. West Side Highway from 57th Street up to the GWP, about a 37-minute ride. Cross Bronx is going westbound from the Bruckner out towards Webster.
Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock. The clock. And now, hickory dickory dock.
Got about a 20-minute delay here outbound at the Lincoln Tunnel. The outbound
Hickory dickory clock. Down, the hour clock down. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock. The clock.
Nancy Pelosi is to blame, and the rest of these people on fake news who push this false narrative like school's a dangerous place.
Morning and good in the morning. Wednesday morning, 6 to 10. Listen on the 77 WABC mobile app.
He's involved in a number of businesses.
He's a great role model.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Hickory dickory dock.
This is Chuck Cassidy, and welcome to our show today. That's at 9. We're here with India Saranai and Alexandra Priaz has joined us. And
In 1 mile.
Who celebrates Lunar New Year? I guess almost 2 billion people in the world.
And you know, last year was the year of the rat. And what a ratty year it was. It was a rat year.
Boofafa.
This year is the year
Boofafa.
that's strong. And somebody was talking to people and said, "Year of the ox." You could say you have an ox on sale if you see it. But I understand we have a special guest.
Right, we have
The former controller of the city of New York. Lydia,
he is in New York. He's currently a New York State Senator John Liu, and he represents a broad area of Northeast Queens, which I heard Flushing has the best Lunar New Year parade and celebrations. If there's any celebration anywhere, he was the comptroller of the city of New York City Council member for 7 years. Welcome, Senator Liu.
thank you so much for having me. That's true. Now, how many people celebrate Lunar New Year in the world?
In 1,000 feet, use the right lane to exit right.
Over 2 billion people of Chinese and East Asian
Hickory dickory dock.
Chinese people who
The clock nanti dati tit 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 tat.
as well. There's a lot of celebrations going on by Zoom and in the homeland.
Exit right to I-95
We're
North.
actually right. We've got some of the parading going on in the whole city. Of course, always on the absolute coldest day of the year, but that's
In
the way
900
things
feet,
go.
use the left 2 lanes to keep left to I-95 North.
How do you feel as an Asian about this kind of this tradition? Because it's more tradition than not, is it? Of course, but I've grown up with it my whole life, so there's nothing
Keep left to I-95 North.
special about it. By the way, Lunar New Year's is not a one-day celebration like the calendar New Year's Day is. Apart from this being a pandemic, a continuing pandemic, we would normally start celebrating for another month after, and sometimes 2 weeks at a time just to celebrate the New Year.
I like those kind of celebrations, and we've been celebrating Black History Month very Sunday this week, and we have a couple of our friends from Spain. How come we have the shortest month of the year? It runs on 28 days in February.
Celebrations of Black History Month, mentioning the Lunar New Year's, and as well the Lunar New Year's, the year of the ox. Hopefully, it's over the year of the ox and not year of the bull. Then there's also more mention of Black History Month as well.
Now, you have a concern with the city of New York. Nobody does nothing better than you. And sitting on my right here is one of the smartest economic advisors to the former president. And we have Larry Kudlow. How deep trouble are we in the city, and do we think that Senator Schumer can deliver the money?
We are in a very difficult economic scenario. It's what the coronavirus pandemic has brought onto us is a recession that could perhaps be even deeper than the Great Depression we had nearly 100 years ago. We're talking about months and months of prolonged high unemployment rates at among many different sectors as opposed to, for example, the recession a dozen years ago. It was primarily instigated by a Wall Street collapse. So this is a situation, an unemployment situation that has been caused by and sometimes necessitated by the fact that we're trying to keep people alive. People have lost their jobs, the business activity is way down. You look at tax revenues in New York City as well as the state of New York, billions of dollars off what would normally be expected in any given year. And it's not unique to New York. Other states and other major cities are faced with the same kinds of fiscal crisis. And so how do we deal with this kind of crisis? It has to be dealt with at the national level because COVID is a global pandemic, and in this country it's a national disaster. A national disaster that can only be dealt with a federal response. So I am heartened that the Biden administration, they are serious about the $1.9 trillion. Apparently it's been trimmed a little bit, but nonetheless it will provide a great deal of stimulus to the public sector in the form of assistance to state and local governments, which the public sector is primarily funded through, and give our entire country a shot in the arm. In the absence of that, we're going to be faced with huge deficits
1.5 miles.
at the city and state levels, and not just in New York, but all across.
Henry Hudson Parkway, West
I have a little more
178th Street.
take on the economy, but that's a subject for another time. I want to ask you about headlines in the paper yesterday. Is Albany's legislature and the governor going to put a stock market tax on, which would probably drive the stock market out, do a lot of hurting for damage to investors and consumers? Is this a real live thing? I know it's come up in years past and usually doused. Can you tell us it's not going to happen? I mean, given the economy, you're worried about the economy. That's okay. I get that. A lot of hardship out there. Why would tax investors tax wealth? So what's the point there?
What's the
I
point?
think in a broader plan which you're referring to, which is called investing on you. One of the things that makes the state of New York as great a place as it can be, as it is in that we need to invest in.
I was watching movies, baby.
For example, the State University of New York, the State University of New York, those are what make companies like Amazon, even without
suburbs. That's the biggest part of it. You're not gonna hurt the big excellent guys, John. You're not gonna hurt the excellent guys. You're gonna help middle and lower middle income people. And sure,
Larry, you can certainly cherry pick and look at just the stock transfer tax. We have had many discussions about it. I have articulated my reservations about not the need for it, but the effectiveness of it to raise actual revenue. However, the broader package, the broader idea is that there has been a great deal of wealth
Continue straight for
generated
9 minutes
in
to
this
shift
state.
terminal.
And that's, we need to tap a lot of that wealth to keep the state intact.
but thank heaven for the wealth.
About what the
Thank heaven. Wealth creates jobs.
well, we can't thank heavens.
Yes, we can.
The wealth is not being used to help the parts of the state that are literally collapsing.
Who do you think creates Amazon? Who do you think creates Amazon? I thought very wealthy, clever, inventive, entrepreneurial guys. Just really not all day.
Why do they need small mom and pop shop down the road, down the street? They don't get any kind of discount on their taxes.
Actually, I have to agree with Larry. I think Larry was saying in the days of computers, that the home stock market can pick up their computers and move them someplace else. Yeah. And I think that's the concern of people, that if they decide to move them, that and you will lose just to answer the argument. You know the dynamic.
Ice cream, ice cream. Times Square on the way. Hapa.
Really, John? Well, you know, the Asian American population, and Asian Americans are a very, very diverse population. There are dozens of nationalities among Asian Americans and dozens of languages spoken. But a big portion of Asian years, and in New York City, there's parties. We're talking about maybe 1.3, 1.4 million people.
That's a lot of people.
Significant. Yeah, and Asian Americans made a huge impact in last year's elections also all throughout the country.
Senator, what's your favorite tradition for Lunar New Year? Mine is the red envelope. The red envelope, you know, that you
Well, obviously, you are.
not anymore, but I know a friend, you know what they do, John? You get the red envelope and they give you money. So you would prosper. So that's like one of my favorites.
No, but we don't like money. What's wrong with you?
I like money.
We don't.
Everybody likes money.
Oh, okay. Can you say your name?
The point is, we need to distribute it to more people who need it.
I'm with you. I agree. Senator, don't take offense. I'm just having fun. You're really not. You're a good guy. And have a good discussion. And the difference between New York and Washington, in Washington they take offenses. In New York, we're all friends. We're all friends at the end of the day. That's right.
Well, we just came so far.
John Lou, State Senator, Connecticut,
He said next week. He said he wants to come back on.
Well, we'd like you to come to the studio one day and go at it for an hour. But we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where the soccer is. You're always welcome. You're part of our family, and thank you so much for coming on today. And Happy New Year, and let's hope next year is better than the year of the rat.
Happy New Year, the year of the ox.
That's it. This is the Catch Roundtable and Roundtable. This is Catch at Night, and we'll be back with Larry Kudlow, and we're going to talk about the economy in New York and the country, and we'll be back in a few minutes. speed. Traffic in transit. There's an accident on the southbound FDR Drive at 96th Street. Very heavy traffic from the 130s down to the accident site. Northbound FDR Drive slow from the 30s up to the 90s. West Side Highway is heavy from the 70s up to the George Washington Bridge. And there's construction on the westbound crosswalk by Webster Avenue. That's causing a backup westbound from the Bruckner to Webster Avenue. Eastbound delays off of the George Washington Bridge up through that area. And the Deacon is slow northbound to the Triborough Bridge up to the crosswalk. Outbound Lincoln, about a 15-minute delay, 15 to 20 outbound at the Holland Tunnel. You have to be up in 5 hours, 2 hours, and you haven't slept. It's NyQuil. Pure Tea, drug-free blend of botanicals with an optimal dose of melatonin. Helps you fall asleep naturally and wake with no next-day grogginess. NyQuil. Pure Tea's naturally superior sleep. I'm Untitled Chapter, Talk Radio 77 WABC.
Individual rates, covered by income status and vary, subject to terms and conditions, prohibited.
רציתי להגיד לך למה אתה לא עושה פוסטמייט בשעות היום. תעשה פוסטמייט. פוסטמייט. פוסטמייט כן, שעות היום יותר חם מהלילה.
כן, אבל כמה משלמים?
צריך לבדוק, אולי אובר קנה את פוסטמייט, אולי יעלו את המחירים. צריך להפעיל את האפליקציה לראות. איפה אתה? אצל הרופא ושניים?
לא,
בדרך. חבל, בזבז את הימים ככה סתם. אם קר בלילה, תעבוד ביום. כן. ונקנה את הבקבוק של הוויטמינים. ויטמין D, ויטמין C. בוודאי. הייתי בניו ג'רסי. איך אתה נוסע לשם עם האופניים? איך אתה הולך למרפאה עם האופניים? איך קר בחוץ? וואי.
כמה עכשיו 0 מעלות. 22 מעלות.
מתי תקבל כסף מהמשפט הזה? מתי תקבל כסף? מתי יהיה המשפט הזה?
לא יודע, צריך לדבר, תגיד לו מה קורה.
תגיד לו מה. אז תרשום בנוט, קייס, ותרשום כל יום מה קורה איתך.
תרשום. כל זה עורכים. מה יש תרשום?
רושם תאריכים, איפה היית, מתי התחיל. כי במשפט ישאלו אותך כל מיני שאלות, אתה לא תדע לענות להם.
דבר העורך דין מטפל בזה, ולקוח לא מדבר, העורך דין מדבר. ראית מה הלקוח שמדבר?
אתה צריך גם לדעת. פעמים גם ישאלו אותך שאלות גם.
הלקוח אף פעם לא מדבר, הלקוח רק מה עומד עם זה וזהו.
ישאלו אותך גם שאלות.
כל הזמן שאתה מתחסן על העורכי דין שלהם אומרים, הם לא עושים את העבודה טוב.
כל דבר שקורה, תעשה לך בנות קייס, תרשום שם ותאריכים ומה קרה ומה מומי. שלא תהיה בור בעם בארץ.
עכשיו שם 2 מסכות.
שים 4, למה 2? שים 4, למה 2? יש זוג שבכלל התחפשו למסכות. יש זוג ששמו מסכות על כל הגוף שלהם. שמו 200 מסכות.
קיט פוש, ראיתי מסכה של קיט פוש.
כן.
יש לה הרבה מרצ'נדייז, תיקים, פעילות המקדחת, כל מיני דברים. זה קטעים.
יש כל מיני מה?
יש לה כל מיני מרצ'נדייז, פעילות המקדחת, תיקים, כל מיני דברים.
היא מוכרת דברים עכשיו?
כל הזמן מוכרת הרבה מרצ'נדייז.
מאיפה אתה יודע?
הייתי פעם.
באתר שלה?
עכשיו יש לה גם מסכה.
סקטיים. כן, ככה זה כל הסלברטי, עושים מסכות, תיקים, קשקושים, מוכרים.
עשייה שלמה של כל מיני תיקים.
זה חברה אחת שמוכרת לכל הסלברטי, רק שמים את השם שלהם.
כן, אבל הם גם בודקים את זה, שזה איכות טובה, שלא זה. הם דופקים מחירים, אתה מבין?
כן.
בודקים שזה לא יהיה איכות חרא.
זה, תקנה את המסכה שלה, תשים לך על הפה. תקנה את המסכה שלה.
לא אומרים מסכות בת זה לא טוב, לא לשים מסכות בת, זה מסוכן.
אתה יכול לשים גם וגם.
תשים את האלה של הסקטור.
גם וגם, זה חמם אותך, שיהיה לך, תראה אסתטי.
לעשות מסכה בצורת מספרות.
תשים את הכחולה למטה ואת הבד מבחוץ.
אבנר, אולי נעשה עם המחסם, צריכה לצורת פלוס, ונעשה כאילו נציע לפקור לראי בקנו. אבנר.
איך תדע, אולי יש את זה כבר. אולי יש את זה כבר.
רגע, אבל בוא נעשה, אולי יקנו.
תרשום בגוגל, תעשה אימג' ותראה. אנשים מחפשים לשמוע פרופיל נמוך.
עכשיו תמיד יש תחזיק, שכלו, אתה יודע? אם אתה רוצה לראות את דברים מצחיקים, תכתוב weird people on Walmart. in Walmart. אנשים מוזרים בוולמארט, תראה הרבה דברים מצחיקים. אתה יודע?
כן.
יש כל מיני פליקים שם, כמעט כולם לבד. אני אפליק לשבע.
יש רעשים, נדבר אחר כך. יש רעשים, נדבר אחר כך, להתראות.
אני אתברקם.
On to the next one, on. Delivery. Delivery. Bicycle. Grubhub. Delivery. Delivery. Grubhub. DoorDash.
businesses that surround the New York Stock Exchange. I don't know how many people work down there that are listening right now, but mom and pop shops, that one person showing up, two people showing up, or not showing up today, is that's the bottom line. And I think we need to be thinking about those businesses that will be if you don't have New York Stock Exchange.
That could be a good way to make judging day, and we were talking about the Keystone Pipeline, and even the president of the CIO $50 a barrel. Transportation is going to cost more. Gasoline is going to cost more. If transportation costs more, everything costs more. You know what the big companies do? They just raise their price. And you know what happens to the consumer? They lose.
It's ordinary consumers, middle class folks or less.
Whoever buys
the most.
Whoever buys bread is going to cost more. Whoever buys milk. You know what that means? At the end of the year, we're going to have inflation. Because if everything costs more, you're going to see more inflation. And you know what happens then? The domino effect. The Fed sees inflation going up, interest rates go up. So to buy a house is going to cost more. So what we're doing here is creating a domino effect, and when the dominoes fall, it's going to affect every consumer in America. Larry, what say you?
I'm not as worried about inflation right now. I'm mostly worried about people getting jobs. And I just want to make this point. Maybe we'll hold it over to the next segment. But you've got my friends on the other side of the aisle, Democratic Party, have this political obsession to destroy Donald Trump. Okay? It's a political obsession. The problem is they are reversing his economic policies, which frankly work. And now, whether it's the pipeline that John discussed, which will throw out at least 11,000 jobs, and Richard Trump did. And where these kids are going to get jobs, you're going to cut out a couple million jobs in the fossil fuel industry or more, and they're not just going to flip over and start making solar or wind. By the way, most of that's manufactured in China, and I believe in America first, not China first. So I'm just saying, look at the border. All right, we've now opened up. Basically, we've opened up the border again. I'm listening to the radio on the way down here. People are pouring over the border again. Right. We had that stopped up. No more. Turning them back, we're keeping them here and sending a signal that it's okay. Now, there's a lot of reasons I don't like that, including breaking the law, but here's one economic reason. Border states will suffer jobs. The biggest job losses because of the illegal immigration came at the border states, in Southern California, in Arizona, in New Mexico, in Texas, and even in places like Mississippi and Alabama. That's who suffers. So that's another job killer because they want to overturn Donald Trump's immigration policy. They want to overturn Donald Trump's energy policy. They want to overturn Donald Trump's regulatory policy. Look, folks, you can like or dislike Mr. Trump. Okay, that election is over in my judgment. It was over election day, and then the electoral college voted. Done.
Election's over.
Election's over. What I'm saying is, though, that doesn't mean we should have policies that lack common sense. Right, so you tax one of New York State's biggest industries and it disappears, you're not going to make any money. You're going to be a job.
You're going to end up losing money.
You tax energy, you tax fossil fuels, you open the border to all kinds of illegal immigration.
1,000 people will move to Florida every single day.
So all I'm saying,
I think it's going to be much more.
Of course it is.
I don't even want this to be political.
Right.
All I'm saying is let's use some common
But they're
sense.
cutting their nose to spite their face. Just to spite Trump. And I have a question for you, Larry.
Hold that question.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
And we'll come back.
They're cutting their nose by playing with Larry Kudlow. Well, that's not going to use it.
Traffic in transit. Heavy traffic in Staten Island and accident westbound on the Staten Island Expressway. Victory Boulevard just cleared, but very heavy traffic from Highland Boulevard out to Victory Boulevard. An accident on the southbound FDR Drive at 96th Street. Traffic is jammed from 130s down to the 90s. Northbound FDR Drive very heavy from the 30s up through that area. And the westbound highway is slow from the 70s up to the GWB. Westbound crosswalk jamming from Westchester Avenue up to Webster Avenue with construction in the westbound crosswalk. Eastbound traffic very heavy coming inbound off of the George Washington Bridge to Webster Avenue as well. We're looking at heavy volume through that area. I'm Untitled Talk Radio 77 WBC. If you are program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens a powerful new option for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation. Call 800-346-1213. 800-346-1213. 800-346-1213. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Balance of Nature, fruits and vegetables in a capsule. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I'm healthy. I want to stay healthy. I like the idea of what the product is all about.
Ice cream.
Body's ability to heal itself, and I also believe that fruits and vegetables from God's great earth are the best way to do that. Just that it's derived right from fruits and vegetables, and there's no extra chemicals involved. And I thought, you know what? If I can just keep my immune system super strong, I'm in favor of it. So far, I've been able to avoid any sicknesses, and I just like to stay out ahead of these things.
Get a wide variety of all your daily recommended servings of whole fruits and vegetables without having to leave your home. Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 800-2468-751. Or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code WABC.
This is an urgent message for all Americans who owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt and facing financial hardship caused by the ongoing pandemic. You may qualify for the Debt Reset Program that can reduce your debt to a fraction and lower your monthly payments while you become debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. If you owe $10,000 in credit cards, medical bills, debt consolidation loans, or collection accounts, get on the road to recovery now by calling National Debt Relief to see if you qualify and check for savings at 800-640-9311. National Debt Relief is ranked #1 for debt resolution with an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. If you're facing financial hardship, you can get the debt relief you need now. There are no upfront costs or out-of-pocket expenses. Better now to see if you qualify for substantial savings. Call 800-640-9311. 800
Uncle Scrooge, KKUS, how you doing?
Tired of the politics of division and want the real scoop on the Senate trial of President Trump, you need to watch Newsmax TV or subscribe to Newsmax TV. Great real analysis from Alan Dershowitz, Dick Moore, and Sebastian Gorka, Greg Kelly, and so much more. 30 million Americans go to Newsmax.
Ruger, ice cream.
It's the fourth highest rated cable news channel in America, and millions more go online to Newsmax.com for the latest headlines. You know I do. So find Newsmax TV on Optimum 102, Spectrum 172, and 222, Fire 615, Sling.
Yeah, I'm preparing myself to buy one tomato in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna have some meeting, business meeting. Yeah, I offer Wendy vaccine for Valentine. I'm gonna treat Wendy for a vaccine. Yeah, one tomato. I go with the cart and I pay only for one tomato. Maybe one time I show you the whole scene. That's funny. Yeah, Uncle Scrooge. Treat your lady for vaccine for Valentine or COVID test. You even put that picture is funny. At least the color is red. At least the vaccine is red, you know, just for Valentine. Yeah. Tell your lady the side effect that she can get pregnant. Oh, I just left the Times Square. I just came back from Times Square. Renew. Yeah, Uger, I'm about to go home. I'm just chilling 10 minutes. No trouble. I'm in a meeting. Business meeting. This little boy who's singing now is blind. Singing beautiful. Life is good, life is good. Oh, love that song. I'm gonna play it again. Enjoy, Wendy, enjoy. My pleasure. מלך מלכי המלכים, תודה על חיים, תודה, תודה לך על צחוק. מלכי המלכים, תודה על חיים, על אושר, על בכי, על צחוק. כן, שקשה.
אלוקיי ואלוקי אבותיי, באמת ובתמיד אשא אליך את עיניי ביום הגדול והקדוש. אבי שבשמיים, שמע אל התפילה ואל התחינה הזאת. שלח עליי שפעת ברכותיך, גשם נדבות וברכות ענף עליי. הצילני מיצר הרע, ותן בליבי לאהבה וליראה את שמך. הורני דרך חוקיך, והדריכני בנתיב מצוותיך. ברצוני לומר תודה למשפחתי היקרה, להוריי המדהימים שהעניקו לי חיים ואהבה ללא תנאים. ואזכור תמיד את סבא דוד שלא זכיתי לראות. תודה רבה לסבתא חנה שדואגת לי כל הזמן, ולסבא חנוך ואליזבת שמפנקים ואוהבים מאוד. לאחי הגדול אלירן שתומך ועוזר ותמיד שם בשבילי. ותודה לכם משפחה
Ay, abay, abay.
אשר יעשה אותם האדם וחי בהם. ובכל ימי אקרא בקול גדול ולא אמות. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. מלך מלכי המלכים, תודה חיים, עלות על כיף ועל צחוק. גם שקשה לפעמים, גם על חלוקים, אתה לעולם לא רחוק.
Okay, we're gonna take a walk to Duane Reed. We'll take a walk to get some stuff. Take it easy. You guys drive like a man. How you doing, my friend?
Okay, how about you?
So what's gonna happen with Trump? Anything gonna happen?
I don't know. It looks serious for Trump.
Huh?
Looks serious for Trump, man.
Trump is good or no?
He's not good.
No, Trump no good?
No, not good.
What do you think gonna happen? What you gonna do on Valentine? You gonna do anything on Valentine?
Me?
Yeah. You don't have a chick for Valentine?
Oh, I hope so.
You hope so. That's gonna be nice, huh?
Yeah.
You gonna buy her a flower or chocolate?
Sounds good to me.
See you tomorrow.
On now.
Take care. Give a homeless guy $1. He hoped to have a chick for Valentine. So even the homeless people have a heart. It's getting cold. We're going to read. Get something. We get something for Aya. Ah, boy, it's getting cold case. Put your mask. Put your fucking mask. You like Kit Kat, Wendy? Kit Kat, 2 for $6. 2 for $6, Wendy. Balloon. I'm gonna put balloon for in my chest. And get stuff for the baby again. She like a turkey. She like this turkey and chicken for Aya. Everything for Aya now. She's the star. Baby shampoo. You need something for Valentine, Wendy? What size? Uncle Scrooge, what size you need? Extra large or extra small? Oh, Scrooge. You see, they have Scrooge. You need something for Valentine, Uncle Scrooge? A delay? Mail delay or something? Extra thick? Teas. Torsion. Torsion is good. They have all kind of accessory. Something to keep you busy. Durex. You see, from that section to this section, from that department to this department, so you know what happened. From peace and love, you get baby and love. From that department to this department, just on time. You see, Uncle Scrooge, you get screw. You're having fun and then you get screw. Butt plug. Yeah, that's what happened. From love's department to baby department. It's very close. You call her, see if she wants something. Oh, this is the Wendy department. Wendy, are you still getting your period? What size are you using, Wendy? Maxi? Maxi or small C?
Telephone number 646-751-8226.
Which one should I buy you, Wendy?
your call right now. Please record your message after the beep.
Do you need
When you've
anything?
finished recording, simply hang up or press pound.
Yeah, I'm in doing read. I'm getting some stuff for the baby. Do you need something? Let me know. OMG, skinny. Skinny, OMG. Okay, call me. When do you driving us crazy now? Skinny is something good. Skinny, I don't know if they have skinny. Ultra thin they have. I don't know. This is a cigar. They have a cigar. You want a cigar? They have a cigar. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, look at this dog. Cute dog has a red cheese.
Eating it too.
It's all kind of chocolate. More Kit Kat. I used to like Kit Kat, but I'm not so crazy about it anymore. Gift card is the best gift. Gift card. Oh, really? So what do you use? You use a cigar?
In the cosmetic department.
You open?
Yeah. There's only like very few in the store that would say something about
Yeah, I don't need the bag.
Yeah. But like he says that he cleans those that
Why did he have to call me bitch?
I don't know. I like being called weird. It's a compliment to me. It's my personality. Just take it as a compliment.
But I don't. Especially coming from Jose. Jose, the other day was like, oh, you know you're my friend, right? And then he was like, you need a bag?
No, but yeah, I'll bring it back.
And then he was like, I was like, I'm your friend. Like, I was being sarcastic. Customer service needed in the liquor department. And he's like, yeah, you know you're my friend, long time, whatever. So then he was like, oh, if you ever need any hours, I can help you. I can give you hours and stuff.
He don't have that power. I don't know what he's talking about. He's not even cool with any of them. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Gives me his number, text me, oh, you could call me if you want to come in. I know that if I do that, Jose is going to bring that up.
Okay, have a good day. See you tomorrow. See you mañana. Money no honey, huh? The ATM, they make it so computerized now. Get cash. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting cash for us to go out or for Valentine. I'm gonna go to the...
So if I go, since I didn't have my breakfast for
I'm gonna go
tonight,
treat you for vaccine. I'm gonna treat you for vaccine. Red vaccine. Okay, I think we're gonna end with peace and love. And we'll see you mañana. You like the walking, talking tour, Wendy? Maybe tomorrow we do more talking. Okay, we love you more. Don't worry, Wendy, you're in a good hand. Okay, see you tomorrow.